Hey guys, and welcome back to Unique Gaming. I'm just gonna bring you guys a quick update video of how CSGO betting sites work and how the system works and how you can bet and win pretty easy. Like I'm trying to tell you guys, is this isn't a guaranteed win because ever since the Steam update, many sites with the Steam update of Mobile Authenticator, many sites have had to upgrade their databases, had to change their scripts to bypass it and allow the Mobile Authenticator to work. So what happens is, how do I put this? This works. This is a 60% chance of you calling the ticket perfectly. If you can call the ticket perfectly, it'll be about 70%, but if you call it good to perfectly, it'll be about 60%. If you call a ticket slightly off, you're going to fail 100%. So it's risky, but if you call a ticket right, you win. Let's put it like that. So how it works, guys, is when the system, before Steam Mobile Authenticator, sites used to be, like with bettors, if they called the system tickets right, they would win every single time. But with the new update in place, it's decreased and depreciated the amount of people that are doing this, as it's harder to do, but you can still do it if you understand clearly how the system works. So how do I explain this simply? Okay, so if you guys want to bet and you want to make an amount of money that's good, what you have to do is you have to start off with, I would say, to do this you would need about £10, or probably that's about $15 to start off, and you need it on a pot that's probably around 30, no, okay, let's be like, you need it on a pot about that's 3 to 4 times more than what you're putting in. So how it works, guys, is when, I'll just use it on this idea here. So you'll see that this guy called Rainer, he threw in at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He threw at 6th position. But what happens is these guys, actually no, this is gonna be, I'm gonna try one that you guys will get an easy understanding of. Okay, yeah, this is quite easy for you guys to understand. Okay, I'll just quickly freeze this here. Okay, so guys, how do I do this? Okay, so you see this Apache kid, he threw in 1,000, ooh, how much did he throw in? Oh, nice. He lost that, I would have laughed. Ooh. Okay, so what happened, guys, is he threw in, sorry, I need to actually take a look at this, it's crazy. Okay, he threw in at 2nd position, so that what happens is, this is how it works, guys. At the beginning, when people throw right at the beginning, you have something called a low ticket advantage. If you throw right at the end, you have high ticket advantage. Wait, let me just screenshot this, guys. Guys, sorry if I'm taking so long, but I just want to try and explain this in depth so you guys get an understanding of it pretty easy. Okay, so as you see, this guy, whether he threw in at 2nd position, but what happened is he threw lower at the end. So what happens is, when you throw at the beginning, you have something called low ticket advantage, which is about 0 to 20%. Then you have, if you throw at the end, you have about 70 to 100%. When you throw somewhere in the middle, you have maybe 30, 40 to about 60% ticket number. So what happens, guys, is you see something called a win chance, and that's just how much you threw in. That you don't look at, that you just ignore. What that does is that just tells you how much you threw in compared to other people. What you want to look at, you want to look at your percentage chance. What that means is how much of a percentage chance you have of winning. That means when it rolled, let me put it into, this is like tickets number. It's called a ticket system. If you know how to call the tickets, you can win. I'll put this into what it's called, a ticket system. So that's how many tickets he had in a way to win. So what happens is, because he threw right at the beginning, he had a low ticket chance. And so what that does is, that means he had 5%, which is obviously low percent, because I said anything between 0 to 20%, or maybe 30%, it depends how much is in the pot, is a low ticket advantage. So because he threw right at the beginning, he had a low ticket advantage. And the thing with that is, how it works is, because you guys would see here, even if, say, Fonky threw in 36, Dahu threw in 5, CZN who put 2.5, all these, okay, from Mikey to Fonky, they threw in, and then he threw in after. He would still have the low ticket advantage. Because he threw in so much more than them, it doesn't matter if he threw in at the end. as long as he threw in a hell of a lot more than the people below him, he will push them out of the way. So what happens is it's like they aren't there. So because he got such a low ticket 5%, which is usually at the beginning, which is always the person at the beginning, but because that guy threw in so little compared to him, it pushed this guy out the way, so he didn't mean anything. So it was this guy in this position. So that basically what it means is he's irrelevant, and now this guy's become the first person with low ticket advantage, so he has the lowest chance of winning. So when it starts to spin, and if it does land on low ticket advantage, he's the one that wins and not him. So if I show you guys again, so what happens is after you understand this and you throw like this, how you have to work it out, guys, is if you look and you say, let me see, okay, let me see, the tickets are so low right now. Let me see if I can go CSGO jackpot, because it works on any site which tells you your ticket numbers or your ticket chances of winning. So right here, okay, how much did Weezy throw? 400. Okay, so you see he had an 11% ticket chance. That's his ticket chance. We had 11%. So what it means is, if you look here and the one before, guys, I'm really sorry if this is getting confusing. If you want, just post in the comments and I'll elaborate more on it. It's just because a lot of them are just getting low tickets, so it's quite hard to explain, and I want to try and explain it to you in a way that you understand pretty easy. I'll try to explain it to you. Okay, so when you look at this, now this comes down after you understood what position you want to throw in. You first have to worry about your ticket chances. You have to work it out. So it's about probability here. It all focuses on probability. So how do we say this? It's like saying heads or tails, right? If it was head 5 times in a row, it's most likely going to be tails. It doesn't have to, because it's still 50-50, but it's thought of more to be tails because it was heads so many times. It's not exactly going to be heads again. Otherwise, that would be quite unlikely to be tails. It's still 50-50, but it's more likely to be tails because it was heads so many times in a row. So this is based on probability. So what it does is, when the ticket chances, say, are at 20-30%, so anything 0 to 20% is classed as a low ticket chance, like I said. And if it's maybe that, you know it's more likely going to be higher than 30%. It's not exactly going to drop again because it just was that. It's more likely. It can still drop, but it's more likely to go up. So it's like saying it was 30%, it's more likely going to be maybe 40-50. But the thing is, because it's so low and you still have 70% to try and work out, so that either means you have to go in the middle at the end, you want to try and think, you want to go lower. So what happens is, because it's still 70%, you want to like maybe throw it down. So say it was 30%, it's obviously going to be higher, so you only want to maybe throw in at 40-50%, which is going to be somewhere in the middle. You don't want to say, okay, I think it's going to be an 80% ticket number, because it's still that's going to be that's going to be a probability that it's based on luck. You want to go more even, so the lower the number, you always want to increase what it was, but only by a little bit. So what happens is, say the winning percent chance was 6%, which is a low percent. You want to maybe work on a middle, which is maybe 30-40%. So you throw in, maybe after the first 4 or 5 people throw in, then you throw in. So it doesn't, because it was 6%, yes, so it still has another 94% you have to work out if you want to go mid or higher. So you always want to go just a little higher, because it's going to be extremely hard to work out, and it's going to be based on luck. So you always want to maybe go 10-20% higher, so maybe 20-30%, and then that's how it works. So you see this, it was 73%. So we'll see what the next trade is. So if you think of it, guys, it's more likely going to be lower. So when it's high, you want to lower it by about 20-30%. So I would say the ticket chance of maybe 40-50. Like I'm saying, guys, this is the quick estimate. I'm not working it out properly. I'm just having a quick guess, just to give you guys an idea of how it works. Like, if it does work for you guys, it takes a lot of practice. It's really hard to do. It's not something you can just try instantly. That's why I'd recommend you guys go on smaller jackpot sites with cases or 10-15p skins. Try it on there, or do it with a friend on a site that's dead, and try to practice. So we'll just wait for this one to come up, and we'll have a go at this. Anytime now, but, you know. guys, we're back. As you see, the pot's about to end, so we're gonna So hey guys, as you see, the pot's about to end, so we're gonna take a look and see what it lands on. I'd say it'd be maybe 40, 50, 30 to 40 maybe. Okay, about 34 maybe. See, 30. I told you guys, it's averaging, so it's about 30, 34. Anything from 30 to 40 won't make a difference. Anything 10% difference in between won't make a difference at all. So its percentage right now is 30%. So 30.4, round it down. You have to, so it will become 30. So 30% here, guys. So that means if you take a look, this guy threw 2, this guy goes 6, 3, and 5. This guy threw 10. So you have to take a look. Is this guy here and this guy here won't really make a difference. It'll quite throw them out the equation because it's quite a big difference. These guys here, it should really, but because they threw in a decent amount, a quarter of what he threw in, around a quarter, it won't push them out, but it'll push them a lot lower. So take these guys out, and you'll see you'll have this guy left, this guy left, and this guy left. So say this guy's 10, 20, 30, 40. But you're gonna have to push these two out because look, this is where it gets confusing, and I might need to explain it again. Because this guy threw half of this guy, you have to half what he. So because this guy threw in and he threw half of what he threw in, these guys added together threw on average half of what these two guys threw. On average half of what he threw in. So if you add them together and you class them as one person, say that's 10%. You take this guy, that's 20%, and then you've got this guy, which is 30%. So you've got these two guys here that are only in the equation, 10%. Then you have this guy, 20, and then you have him, 30, which averages on about 30%. So you have to, it's about half in and adding. So say the guy below threw 50, 50, 25, 25, and then 100, 200. Because that guy threw half of what the winner put, which is 200, he had 100, which is half. Then half of 100 is 50, so you have to add them two and class them as 10% as one person. Every 10% is classed as one person. So what happens is then you have to half it, and then you have to work it out. So what you have to average it. So at the moment it's at 30%. So it's most likely gonna, because it was a high ticket and a low. It's not really. It's unlikely that it's gonna be low. So I'll probably say it'll become 50, 60%. So that's how it, guys. This is a really confusing method, and I can tell you now, I probably did confuse you a hell of a lot because it's really hard to explain. If you guys want me to, and I'll show you my method, guys. Like, I'll show you what I did. Like, I'm not some crazy bettor who won millions and millions. I had a good inventory, in my opinion. Not anymore, that I've lost everything. I'll show you my inventory that I used to have, guys. Okay, so I'll start from this page. So Karambit, I'm not really gonna worry about skins like this. I don't really care about stuff like that. Karambit Scorched again, Vulcan. I don't really care about that stuff. Flip Knife Scorched. What else? Huntsman Case Hardened. StatTrak Vulcan. Back then that was like worth £200. It's mad. StatTrak Flip Knife Doffler Factory New, Butterfly Knife Fade Factory New, and Bayonet Blue Steel, because the Antics Noobiz is my alt account and I bet on there, so I just trade everything over. Bayonet Blue Steel, like I always trade out the smaller skins over and stuff that I don't really need, and I always bring it out, so if I do lose, I don't fully lose, if you know what I mean. What else? Falchion Stained, like this is roughly the same, but this is better, and I prefer that over that, so I took that. Then I gave these over to my other account, so I didn't exactly lose them, because I like betting with that account as well. See, then I won that knife, that knife, that knife. Don't really care about stuff like that. Crimson Blue Steel, so I traded that over to bet with, and I put these away. Then put these away. Huntsman Blue Steel. As you see, guys, and the list does go on for quite a while because I did actually do a lot of betting. I did actually win quite a bit, because this method, guys, it still works, but it takes a lot of practice, and to actually understand it, it's really confusing. So that's why I was telling you guys, if you guys want, I'll drop my Skype name below. You guys add me, we'll jump in a call. I can explain, show you the method a bit more. Then if you want, yeah, so I'll show you the method a bit more. I'll try and elaborate on it a bit for you, try and get you to understand it, because this method is actually very hard to understand. It took me, I'd say, probably a day or two of straight betting to understand how the system works. It's easy to understand but extremely hard to tell people. That's why it took me so long to make this video, because it's not that I didn't know how to explain it, it's that I didn't have the right words, because there's so many methods to it and there's so many things you have to do. It's hard to say, because the first method that the first step you have to do automatically becomes the third step you have to do. But you have to do the first step, but while you do the first step you have to do the third step at the same time, and that's why it gets really confusing. That's why if you guys want, I can remake the video with different steps, cut it down, and I can show you guys what you should or what you shouldn't do. And if you want as well, I will add you on Skype like I said, and I'll explain the method to you. But if you guys did understand this method, can you please, and it did work for you guys, can you please drop a thumbs up, can you drop a like, and can you comment and subscribe? And if you guys can, if this method did work for you and you did win quite a bit, if you guys could just donate in skins, that would be great, because I did actually quite lose a bit and actually quite sad. And I'll show you guys here, I got a M9 Bayonet Doppler that I traded over. Those are like my good skins that I quite liked. Huntsman's got these stuff. Sorry guys, I'll just show you one of my favorite knives that I'll just show you guys in the next video when I show you guys what skins I used to have. But yeah, so if you guys did understand this video, please drop a like, subscribe, comment, and if you did win and it did work for you, can you please comment and say that it worked, give a thumbs up on it, and also I'll drop my trade URL, so if you guys can, please donate in skins, or if you can, PayPal or G2A, and I'll drop that if you guys can comment. If you guys want to get another understanding, I'll just drop my Steam name as well, so you guys can add me on Steam and Skype as well. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and I know I've said this 50 times, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a good day. Peace out.